especially leaving outpost open
Yeah.
like this against the team that
Yeah.
almost took the game off them on specifically outpost. I think
Yeah. And
it's
an upgraded team
definitely
now too.
brave.
This new roster is insane. So
Yeah, it's gonna be definitely interesting to see how it pans out now.
yeah.
I think if right Ballas here aren't completely ready, they could be in for a surprise, and then they'll have to adapt on the fly.
And it looks like Cheese and Diamond Cake with their patented defense, CarrierBweep and Jackhound on the offense, and we got Fluffy and Andy going into attack, and BkayB and Gambit. It seems like for Meme Team Dream Machine, BK and Gambit are sticking together a lot of the time, while uh, and Andy gets the flag. Andy and Fluffy are also sticking together.
Yeah, they have a sort of similar strategy as I feel.
Yeah,
The same thing goes for Carrier and Jack, and as well as Cheese and
yeah, Cheese and
Diamond
Diamond
Cake.
Cake. I agree as well. It seems like they're making team pairs rather than necessarily dedicated positions. But this
Yeah,
map I struggle to see the ways that red team wins. Like especially with the way it's been going so far. I feel like it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
definitely. Blue team has already started putting pressure on them,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's definitely a different showing here in
hmm
this specific matchup on this specific map.
Yeah. No. This map
What do you
particularly,
say?
it's a map where TNT skills, and everyone has known this for Outpost for all of time. TNT skills matter, and they
Definitely.
matter the most. Um, so if like for instance Andy and Fluffy are going into the attack right now, and this is the one map that this team, this Meme Team Dream Machine, who've come into the game, their name is Meme Team Dream Machine. They're literally a meme. That's what they're going for. They don't have a plan. They don't have a lot of practice. They've played this map every game, every single match. You don't want to pick them to something they're comfortable with. You want to get them out of their comfort zone.
Definitely. I think as well as we're speaking on simply raw TNT skill,
Yeah.
I think the meme team really, if you just put man to man and compare the teams, I think the meme team are fairly equal in TNT skill. They have very strong
I
TNTers
think even
all across the
better.
board.
I think stronger. Although I think I underrate CarrierBweep a little bit, just because he's new and I don't really have a lot of like I haven't seen him play a lot, but he's really been outperforming my expectations for this tournament. I thought he'd be their Snapski, and instead
Yeah,
he's their classic, I
yeah,
guess.
exactly. He's
Yeah,
pretty much
yeah.
that's pretty much. I think if you just look at across the games, he's the only one that
Oh,
he's the one that gets closest in points if you compare him to Classic.
mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm.
even
He's beaten Classic
our
in a
games
couple
today.
points, yeah. And I mean, points isn't everything. Obviously, you need to get the win. But I mean, here
Yeah,
is Jackhound with the flag. He's completely cornered though by Gambit and Fluffy. He's trying to delay so that he can get his team back to his side. His whole team is stuck on the other side, so he's alone over here. Between him
where's the
and his
flag for red
flag,
team or for blue team?
Jackhound. Jackhound's got it.
Yeah, for blue team.
Oh no, I think it's no one does. The exclamation point is a flag is representative of a flag being missing, not
Yeah,
someone having the flag.
am I on the wrong side? Oh, I was looking at the wrong side.
Oh really?
Yeah, there wasn't any flag there, so I was confused as to why there was a flag. I thought maybe the same bug that happened
Oh
the other
no.
day.
Yeah, that was crazy. That bug. Oh my god, I've never seen that happen ever, and it happens in like game one of the tournament.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's so typical that
yeah,
when you finally start a tournament,
yeah,
then these things start happening.
yeah, and it's so sad that Civil is bugged. I thought Civil would be a good. Oh, Jackhound is not looking so good. Yeah,
Yeah,
he held the flag for a solid 2 minutes, but he just couldn't get teammates to assist him, and that was the issue. They played good net defense. You let him get the flag, and
definitely,
you just put a net around him.
definitely. If you get the flag, that's only half the way. You still
Yeah.
need to get it back home, and getting it back is probably even more difficult.
I feel like there's a ton of interesting statistical things you could do if someone kept really close statistics after watching all the games. And I think one of them that isn't as hard to do is grabs to caps conversions, right? Like if you get as a team, if
Yeah,
you get a grab, do you convert it to a cap? And that
yeah,
particularly I think is something that separates a lot of teams because you see teams like Left Ballas who are now out. against you guys, who are the pre-tournament favorite, and also now in grand finals, they got grabs against you. They got many grabs against you. But grabs don't mean anything if they don't lead to caps.
Exactly, and that's also the thing. Once you finally get the cap, often you have to get the cap by killing the defender. But obviously, the defender will be respawning fairly close to the flag. So more often than not, you're not going to be able to get back with the flag without having to kill the defender again, or having some help with from your team.
Precisely, and yeah, and I think this brings up a good dichotomy between types of maps. A lot of maps have very close spawns. Then you have maps like Anchorage, which seems to be a widely preferred counterpick. We've played it, I think, now twice in our counterpick stages, which has very far spawns from the flag. And that's a situation where you get the kill once, and you usually can grab the flag then. So yeah, but I think it's player preference, it's team preference, you know?
Definitely. It's very interesting to see just all the picks around to see how people think, what they consider their best maps, and it's very interesting to see, to be honest.
Yeah, we were actually having fun. I found like some sort of analogous situations between your team and right Ballas. Like you have Jackhound, who's known for like raw TNT, and he's like the supposedly the powerhouse TNTer of that team, which is comparable to classic CarrierBweep, relatively new player, kind of like you, Arvid. They would often put him at the wings to try to get the flags, like you've been taking a role as. Cheese and Sour, I don't really need to describe anything there. And Diamond Cake and Buzz both have matched up a lot and are both kind of like off TNTers as well. It's interesting that similar people fulfill similar roles, you know?
Yeah, definitely. It's interesting to see if perhaps that's just kind of the direction that 4v4 is taking, as this is the best way to
play.
Set up your team.
Yeah, and then you look at Meme Team Dream Machine. I don't think you can make those types of judgments about Meme Team Dream Machine. They do their thing and they go in. And all of them are out
there and they do.
They're all TNTers. That's their thing. They're all very, very strong TNTers. I would not. The 4 people that are on that team, I don't know if I could duel and beat. And I haven't dueled and beat them. So, and it's kind of scary. So.
Yeah, they do have somewhat of a push going on here, but
just got cleaned up.
Right Ballas are holding on well, but the problem here is it's a similar situation to what was happening in their match against us. When they are being pressured, they have to put a lot of people in defense.
Yeah.
And when you're defending, you're not really attacking.
I noticed. Yeah.
You're not really winning.
I noticed that that's a big difference between your team and pretty much every other team. You guys seem to have faith in the Buzz plus Sour Lemon combo on defense, or even it's just Sour Lemon. And you go and attack anyway, and you draw people away by applying pressure, as opposed to like bringing all 4 on defense to assist, you know? And I think that's kind of smart, because sometimes you get into situations where you're in anti-stalemate mode, but then you're in anti-stalemate mode. If you have trust in your defense and your offense, you can do pretty well. Oh, and Andy gets the flag.
Andy gets the flag. Let's see here if he's able to. Actually, he does have backup with BK.
Yeah, but he's running towards red spawn, which not where you want to be. When he's trying to go around, Jackhound's there, and he gets the tag.
He was in a similar situation there to Jack.
Yeah.
He did have BK with him, but even then, that's not really enough when the red team puts this much emphasis on defense.
I've been thinking about that more. So I've essentially sat here and watched X number of games with all these very highly skilled players. Something that I see time and time again. I first noticed it when I saw Zenerdy doing it. He just gets the flag so many times. Like he has a very high grab rate and a much lower cap rate, you know? Oh, and he's got the flag. I'll say it now as we're getting this. People tend to move just away from other people when they get the flag, because they think, okay, if I can just avoid getting TNT'd, I can make progress towards myself. Oh, but they're getting the second cap. BkayB? Cheese and Jack?
Actually, he has some distance on Jack here, but...
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if they're able to catch up here.
Oh, they won't be able to catch him. Oh my gosh, and that might be a cap for Meme Team Dream Machine.
The only way is perhaps... Rocket.
Rocket?
No, it's
Yeah. No, that's the
that's
cap.
the capture. And
Wow,
now,
and Fluffy's
you,
got the flag already.
wow.
Oh no,
Well,
this is falling
what we
apart.
what we
Um,
see here is there's actually a similar situation
um,
to what was going on the last game,
uh,
where it's the opposing team now. It's the meme team that gets the first capture here.
yeah. I forgot to kick people. Get out
Oh
of
yeah.
here. Yeah. You guys are all gone. End
Get out of
classic.
here.
And
All
none
of
of you
them
guys
have.
can even help me kick people either. So, and Buzz. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
nice try. Your whole team
that's
tried to stay and watch. um, yeah. Yeah, I
trying
think.
to
Yeah, I'm
cheat.
sorry about that. I do feel bad about having to kick people like this. But oh wait, what the hell? Oh, he left the game. I do feel bad about
And that's
having to kick
capture.
people like this, but it does lag the server a little bit, and you can still watch the stream. So, I mean, I'm sure you don't like looking at my terrible viewpoint all the time, but
At least you'll hear our amazing commentators.
yeah. I think optimally, if
Live.
if it didn't lag the stream, if I were watching the stream, I would watch with my own camera and listen to the commentary. Um, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kelsama, yeah, okay, he's got it.
I mean, obviously, it's difficult to be the cameraman. I guess
Yeah,
it's inevitable. It's inevitable that you will miss something.
yeah,
One person go around the map. There's so much happening at all times.
yeah, exactly.
Duels, people going for the flags. You just
Especially on
can't
an
see it
open
all.
map
But
like this. And we missed one. We actually missed another capture for blue team while I was kicking people. I think that was the original Fluffy after he grabbed it. So now they're up 2-0, which is going to be a difficult deficit to take on. I really think there's, I mean, some question marks around the map picks for both these Ballas teams. I mean,
definitely,
and picking Anchorage and picking Red Side intentionally, that was an interesting choice. And then picking Meme Team Dream Machine to Outpost, which is potentially their best starter map besides Basin. Um,
yeah,
which I don't know. I don't know what you're doing there. Cheap.
yeah. I think that's possibly something that the teams
Jackhound may
are
have lagged out.
actually underestimating.
There he goes. Yeah.
The fact that the map selection does actually change up a lot of things.
Mhm.
Not only what maps your team are comfortable on, but it's also important to think about what are the opponents, opposition's team confident on.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think this is another question. How do you particularly feel about the map selection? I mean, there's been a lot of controversy. Some people hate my map choices. Some people like my map choices. Some people like some of them and hate some of them. Um, After having played on them, do you think, like, especially the starter stages, do you think there should be some changes to the starter stage list, or do you think there's some maps that aren't good for competitive play? What's your thought on this?
Mm, I do think this list is fairly good. We obviously it's kind of inevitable that there will be maps that someone doesn't like, and
Fort.
that's exactly that's sort of part of it. But
Yeah,
I do still think Fort is a good map.
we'll see.
And
I think we might get some traction on it in the finals. We'll see.
perhaps,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. The one map possibly from the starting maps that I would say perhaps isn't the best choice in my opinion is Conviction.
Really?
I do think a lot of players feel like it's a bit. I don't know. It doesn't really play out too well. I think it's not an
Interesting.
open map.
Yeah, it
I don't.
plays differently than every other map, and it's similar to Subway, but it doesn't play like Subway at all. You know?
That's the thing. Subway isn't an open map either, but uh, it's very different in the way it's structured. I feel like Subway is more structured into specific paths, while on the other side, Conviction is it's very much almost like a maze.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways going around
Mhm.
with a big room in the middle. It's just a bit awkward to play on, and I think that's kind of means that some teams don't really want to play on it. At
Yeah.
least if you compare it to other maps, because when you have some of these maps in the starting maps category, if you look at those maps and then you go over at Conviction, it seems to me like most of the teams, including our team, kind of just immediately
Avoid it.
uh,
Yeah.
avoids Conviction pretty
It's
much.
not your favorite map to play on. Yeah, I think this is definitely true for a lot of teams. I definitely say going forward, I think teams should think about, like, I think you're exactly right. They should think about what other teams are comfortable on because, like, if you choose a conviction and the other team is even less comfortable on it, you could be doing better. But I mean, the reason I asked the question was because next tournament we have the map list will change. So,
Yeah,
and
and
I
that
personally feel like some of the maps need to change a little bit.
yeah,
I think Anchorage has done very well as a counterpick stage, and I liked the game on Vantage, but I would almost prefer a different map that isn't Vantage that is also small like it, like not Exilium, but um, I can't remember the name of the map. What's the map that actually I don't know if you've played on it. I played on it with against Classic and Sour a bunch of times. But it's another small map that has a cool uh, visual thing. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna change up the map list, and I think next time there may be
yeah,
7 counterpick stages instead of 5. So
yeah. I think that might be good as well.
yeah,
Having it a bit more open.
yeah. So the counterpick really it means something more. Like you can't ban out everything. So
Exactly. I think that's an important key because uh, obviously when it comes down to the practice, you're able to practice the maps, but
yeah,
you're gonna have to put in a lot of time to
yeah,
practice the more maps there are
yeah,
in the actual map lists.
yep,
And if there's a lot of maps, the odds are if you want to be really good on, you can choose to be either really good on some maps or fairly good on all of the maps,
mhm,
and then you get those contrasts. Do you want to practice the maps that other people are bad at, so that you'll be good at the maps they don't want to play?
yeah. No, precisely. And
Those types of things.
I think it's something we've seen this tournament that you guys are definitely the most practiced on a lot of the maps. The Vantage defense was really strong, and I was so impressed on how you got the flag on Vantage. I feel like that's a very hard map to break into the flag room.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, that was really impressive. So, and I think your team, one of the big reasons why you're winning is just you've practiced maps.
definitely. I think that could definitely be a very large part of it.
Yeah.
As I said a bit before,
Oh,
it feels
Carrier
to be
gets the
like
flag with 3 minutes
okay,
left.
this could be huge actually.
Oh, and he
Uh,
rockets.
hmm,
Yeah, this could be a very big thing. Oh, and he drops down to avoid the rocket from Andy.
see here, they are very short on time, but
Yeah, they need to rush
there
and
is
get
still
the
enough
flag
time.
again. Carrier's gonna get it. They need a red team member over there now. Diamond Cake with 2 tags. Diamond Cake is going for the flag now. Oh, but that's not a worthy
Oh,
rocket. He can just pick it up right now.
that's the thing. Rockets need to be used
Yeah,
with more reason, as
yeah.
they are so expensive. Oh, Diamond Cake gets exploded by Gambit, and now
No,
Red Team
that's a
doesn't have
big loss.
anyone.
They have 2 minutes. They need to send people over there. CarrierBweep and Diamond Cake cousins going to get the flag. Meanwhile, Jackhound solo defending against 2 people. He kills one. Will he be able to kill BkayB? BkayB is going for the flag. He grabs it.
He's not mentioning.
Now
Cheese
it's
gets
time
lower
to
as
pull out
well,
the
but
store. Do they have rockets? Slash GR. Oh, the rocket
Rocket
misses.
misses.
BkayB goes up.
Oh,
He drops a TNT. He explodes Jackhound. Cheese is coming for it. CarrierBweep is on towards the flag. He gets killed. Diamond Cake, the minute 30 left. This could be the game if BkayB gets this flag. Oh, and he kills
big.
Cheese.
He does it. And
Wow.
Diamond Cake also gets exploded by Andy, and
Yeah.
that could be the game.
That's
They
that.
do technically have time. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the capture. I think
That's gonna be
it's
it
over.
right there. I don't know how you can get 2 caps in 1 minute, but I mean, as much as it looked like for most of the game that blue team had just ran away with it and locked it down, I think we see in a lot of these games that as it gets down to crunch time, the losing team always puts together something, and there's
Definitely.
just a little too little, too late again for this right ball as representative.
Yeah, and that does bring up the question now for the next game. We've currently only had a clean sweeps, right?
Yeah,
2-0 across the board.
yeah.
Uh,
We've never had
so
a 3-game series. So
yeah,
hopefully this will be our
so
first.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they adapt now. Obviously,
Hmm.
when you are on the losing side, you if you're on the winning side, they can just go with a similar strategy. Why fix it if it isn't broken?
Yeah,
But if you're on the losing side, it is broken, and you need to find a way to fix it.
I have a feeling they're probably going to counterpick to something like Anchorage or perhaps What else? What do you think they would counterpick to? I feel like Anchorage is always a good like switch up map, but
yeah, I'm thinking perhaps Vantage in this case could be pretty good.
yeah.
We did see the meme team have some mine problems yesterday,
Mhm.
and she.